Hello there YouTube land, this is Stormium and this is a review of the X5A tablet computer. This is a pretty old tablet that's been sitting around the office for absolutely forever and we've only just got a charger for it. So here's the review. We're not going to be selling these, by the way, it's just for reference and possibly entertainment if this comes out at all funny, which it probably won't, sadly. The unique thing about this tablet is it has the case bolted onto it. So you don't really have a choice whether you get a case or not. It's just there. There's 4 screws, one in each corner, and there's some holes for the speaker there as well, drilled into the case. It's actually quite thick. It's not soft in any way. It's not like the Mophie cases where you can squash them and use them as a pillow. This is probably just wood inside it or something like that, or cardboard or something hard. But yeah, it wraps all around. It's got a nice leather buckle like that, and you can undo that, and you can actually fold it back like that and use it as a little stand. You can tuck the buckle underneath, clip it back in, and you can use it to watch videos and stuff with, but we ain't going to do that. We are going to switch it on, which is... oh, it's already on. Green LED. I lied. Right, let's take a look at the hardware first. Full-size USB port, we like that. Mini HDMI port, we like that as well. This is a very well spec'd out tablet for its age. You don't tend to find many, if any, tablets that come with a full-size USB port built in. They usually use an adapter, like the old M009Ss. It's a headphone port and a charger port and a mini USB port, all standard. Nice big power button. Full-size SD card slot. We like that as well, because micro SD cards are a pain and get lost very easily. Nothing on that side, and nothing on that side. There's a thing there. The edge of this is metal, so that might be an antenna. But it seems to have been broken at some point because this is a refurb unit, which wouldn't surprise me. Right, on the front we have buttons that aren't... these are actually... it's resistive touchscreen, and these require pressure. They're not capacitive buttons, so no trickery like that there. But there's a menu, home and back button, which we like, because it means you don't have to fiddle with the hardware buttons. Right, so this is a 7-inch screen with an absolutely useless resolution. Usually you can fit 4 icons up and down here, and the Google bar. With these you can only fit 3. It runs on Android 2.1, I think, something like that. It comes spec'd out with some apps, not particularly good apps. As you can see, the touchscreen is a bit... well, there's... response in general is a bit jerky. Sorry for all this lighting, by the way, I've got light sources absolutely everywhere and it seems to be confused. So let's show you something. Facebook, it has the Android Market, which, oh, can we get into? Yes, we can. This Android Market on Chinese tablets tends to be a bit weird. Google only will show you the apps that it thinks are compatible for your device. And because the Chinese tablets aren't official Google devices, it doesn't think anything's compatible with it. So if we ever get a Chinese tablet with the Android Market on it, chances are it won't actually have anything useful. Facebook is usually included in that list of things, but as you can see there, Facebook for Android is an option, and you've got, I'm not going to go through the App Store. You know what an App Store is, but you can download stuff from it. I downloaded Dolphin browser, which I'll show you. Yeah, hopefully I haven't been on any naughty websites. No, just speed dial. Let's go on Google. Whoop. It seems to have a gesture thing there. I can't remember what that does. I think it's for shortcuts. Yes, it is. As you can see, this resistive touchscreen tablet has multi-touch. It's something you very rarely, if ever, see these days. But as you can see, this is an old tablet and it has it, so the technology is there and does work fairly well. But as I say, doesn't normally happen. Let's load up a nice heavy website like, let's load up BBC. BBC. As you can see, keyboard responsiveness isn't the best either. And let's go on some F1. Because everyone likes the old Formula 1 there. And it's gone to the mobile site, which isn't much use. Is there a go to full site button? But look, as you can see, it's a nice light site, so you can scroll around quite easily, and I assume this... No, it's disabled multi-touch on mobile sites. Let's go to Stormium.com, that hasn't got a mobile site version. I don't actually have the full specs for this, just for reference. I think it's around a 600 MHz processor, single core, probably made by someone like Rockchip, because they tend to make the processor for these things. 256 meg of RAM, I do believe. Resist for touchscreen, multi-touch, battery life, probably about 2.5 hours. That's standard for these sorts of things. There you go, Stormium. It's also a fairly light site, but that's working absolutely fine. Multi-touch, not the most responsive in the world because it's a resistive screen and a slow processor, but it does work. And you could do some shopping on that. Stormium ebook readers, very, very nice machines. Buy several. Okay, so that's that. Now let's try Angry Birds. Angry Birds, I believe, came preloaded. It's been a while since I've actually downloaded the market and put stuff on it, so I might have downloaded it myself, but I couldn't see it in the Android market when I searched earlier, so hey ho. Angry Birds, as you would probably expect for a tablet this age, doesn't work. But admirably, it does load and makes a valiant attempt to do something useful. Sadly, its valiant attempts are all in vain because it just makes a pixelated, garbulated mess. Garbulated being my new favourite word. There we are. Sound? We all love sound. But look, it's responsive. Usually tablet, even the M009S at this point will go, oh, I don't want to, but look, it's fine. The problem is, most of the graphics have been replaced by squares. It might just be a corrupted APK file, which if it is would be quite nice, because Angry Birds would be very playable on this. But yeah, you'll see we're getting to the game, and all the birds and all the pigs are white squares. For some reason my hand is bright white as well. There's some really weird lighting stuff going on here, and I wholeheartedly apologise. There you go, look, lots and lots of white. There's the catapult thing there. Let's launch a bird. I just won the level, so if you enjoy playing, well, I suppose it's for the BMP, isn't it? Only white. Right, various things on here. YouTube works, Connect 4 works, settings work. Several. I've had this for a while, so I've put several random bits on. That is a different market, which is not half as good. And there you go. If you want a review of Android, I'd suggest going to watch an Android review, because this ain't one of them. There you go. Resistive buttons. Can't complain. This at the time cost, I believe, about £80. I'm saying I believe a lot because I can't actually remember a lot about this tablet. But about £80. And for that you do get absolutely superb build quality. It is quite heavy. I would say it's almost as heavy as the iPad, and this is only a 7-inch screen. So that's what we're talking here. Having said that, it doesn't feel... It's heavy, but it's solid heavy, not lead weight heavy. The build quality is absolutely lovely. The materials, clearly very high quality. Absolutely no flex in it whatsoever. You can't press on the screen and make it dip. It's just all very well put together. So at the time, 80 quid would have been a very fair price for it. At the moment, it's barely worth 20. Sadly. It did come with a manual. Manual is written in fairly good English, but it does have some gems, such as there's one there. Please do not place the hot environment, especially in summer, because it knows. US dollars can only be used for data transmission, which I think is incorrect, because you can use them to buy tablets like this as well. And this device do not support waterproof function. Bad times. I was hoping for some waterproof function. There you go. If you want to buy this, I'd suggest going to one of those all-knowing Chinese wholesale sites, where you can order one and take your chances, because they probably won't ship you what you ordered, because that's what they do. I've been Stormium, have a good day.